What is going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez, back with another Prize Picks video for you. This video is for Friday, February 24th, 2023. It will serve as our early look and research video into Friday's 8-game slate. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. Prize Picks has put props on the board, and right now only see Wizards and Knicks. It's all good because I got a game plan. So prior to this video starting, there were no props on the board. So I thought we could actually spend a few moments, actually quite a few minutes, over on props.cash, digging into some of the game logs that are available to us, or some of the props that are available to us, as well as using StatMuse to pull up previous games played between teams and try to identify some trends and some positive game environments, setting ourselves up very nicely in our research process. So if that sounds good to you, then let's just do the damn thing. Let's get it going, everybody. All right, so I thought the first game we can start with is the Charlotte and Minnesota game. So currently on props.cash, all we have are Timberwolves on the board. Let's go ahead and head on over to StatMuse and let's just check out some games between these two teams. More specifically, players versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Right off the bat, I'm really anxious to see what LaMelo Ball and Rozier's props are for tomorrow. I already have high interest in their points, their three-pointers, their points and assists, their PRA, their fantasy, everything. They are the engine for this offense in Charlotte. A lot of interest for these two dudes, as well as some interest in PJ Washington and Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward did us right last game. Went over on his points and his rebounds, just like we talked about, and some interest there as well. So let's pull up Terry Rozier game log and check out what he has been doing prior to his last minute scratch versus the Spurs. Something I did not know, but Terry Rozier since December 27th has hit double-digit points in every single game. I did not know that. If you knew that, good on you. I did not know that. I think that's pretty damn impressive. His last game versus Minnesota was played back in... Is it not going to show? No worries. Let's just add in versus Timberwolves. Last game versus Minnesota was on November 25th. Put up 22, 4, and 8, but only shot 1 of 6 from 3. Past 2 games, he's gone 2 of 13 from 3, so that doesn't look all that good. But his points look great. So I'm interested in those points for Terry Rozier tomorrow. LaMelo Ball versus the Timberwolves. So he did not play in that last game in November. His last game was back in last February. Last game was last February. There's a lot of lasts in that statement. 41 minutes, 22 points, 9 boards, 6 assists, 3 of 8 from behind the arc. So much better than Rozier. Obviously, this is a very different LaMelo Ball we're seeing now. Go ahead and just look at his game log. 28, 12, and 10, so triple-double, 36 and 15, 18, 9, and 12. Double-doubles, triple-doubles, damn near double-doubles. I mean, he's doing everything. And incredibly efficient from behind the arc. I mean, this is just great to look at. So I'm interested in these two guys for sure. I mentioned Gordon Hayward and PJ Washington. We'll wait and see what those props are. But honestly, I have much more interest in Ball and Rozier. For the Wolves, Gobert, interest in his rebounds. Interest in his points and rebounds. And interest in his turnovers. Over 1.5. At the moment, Anthony Edwards props do not look all that good to me. Minus 110 to go over on 30.5 points. PRA also doesn't look all that good to me. minus 120 odds are better. 3-pointers made. That doesn't look that good. Steals and blocks. Doesn't look that good. Turnovers. Doesn't look that good. So it looks like the best bet for us right now is this PRA minus 120. Kyle Anderson. Got a little interest in Kyle Anderson tomorrow. It's PRA. 21.5. I would like it under 20 to be honest, but he's just getting a lot of playing time. So everything's catching up to him. Like, look at his minutes ramping up. So everything's starting to catch up. No longer find value in his props. And honestly, that's it. That's really all I like from this game as of now. Let's move on to Washington and New York. All right, we have 2 games to look at. First game was played back on January 13th. We had the Knicks taking this by 4. You're going to see some similar numbers in these 2 games from the Knicks. Brunson and Randall leading scorers for the Knicks. Barrett chipping in. And check out Emmanuel Quickly down there off the bench. 32 minutes off the bench, 18 points. We really don't ever see a lot of Emmanuel Quickly props on Prizepicks, but the few times that there have been that his props have been there, love taking the over on his first half points in PRA, because as soon as he gets in the game, he's just like running the offense. He's driving. He's creating shots. He's really fun to watch. So if we ever get props on this guy, I love taking the over, especially first half. And then on the Washington side, Kuzma 47-7. No Beal in this game, so Kuzma took it over. Much easier to target Kuzma and Porzingis when there is no Beal, because all the production goes through those 2 guys. So even though Porzingis had a slow night, he still scored 20-plus points. 4 of 8 from behind the arc. So you can find value in these lines. Probably didn't go over his PRA, but probably went over his 3-point prop. Maybe he went over his points and rebounds. Maybe not. I don't know. So then the next game being played on the 18th of January. Wizards take this by 11. Same guys. Brunson, Randall, double-double, Barrett, and then look at that. Quickly again, 32 minutes, 18 points versus this Washington Wizards team. Washington, Kuzma leads the way again. Porzingis, Bradley Beal plays this game, puts 18 points up. So, same guys. Kuzma, Porzingis, Bradley Beal, and then Brunson and Randall. So right now these guys are on the board. Believe this is on props.cash. I believe Brunson on his points, it's even money. 115. This could possibly get bumped up. Just saying. This could possibly get bumped up. Randall's can get bumped up. I don't see Beal. If Beal doesn't play, this will get bumped up. No joke. And all of these will get bumped up if Beal doesn't play. But hopefully he does play, so we can still lock in a pretty low point total for Porzingis and Kuzma over there. And that's really what I like from the Washington-New York game. Let's go over and talk about the Miami Heat versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, so these teams have met 3 times this season, all like within the last month and a half. So first game was played on the 12th. You had the Heat beat the Bucks by 6. No Giannis in this game. So Holiday leads the squad with 24 points. Portis chips in, but really just not a whole lot going on from the starting 5. No Grayson Allen as well. So AJ Green, Nwora, who's not even on the Bucks anymore. He's in Indiana right now. And then Javon Carter put up 18 points. For the Heat, Gabe Vincent puts up 28, Bam 24 and 12, Butler. So double doubles from Bam and Butler. No hero in this game. Gabe Vincent steps in and puts up 28 points, 5 of 11 from 3. Second game being played 2 days after that, you had the Heat winning again, 111-95. No Giannis in this game as well, but Grayson Allen is in this game. put up 12 points, 3 of 6 from behind the arc. Drew leads it with a double-double, but man, pretty lackluster performance from the entire starting five. Honestly, nobody really stood out in this game. I mean, they kind of got waxed in this game. On the other side, Vincent puts up 27. So again, 2 games in a row versus this team who puts up 25 plus points. Another double-double from Bam. Yeah, and Butler 16 and 4. Pretty pedestrian line for Butler. Oladipo with 20 points off the bench. And then the last game played on the 4th, a week before All-Star Weekend. Giannis does play in this game. And oh, wow, look, the Bucks win when Giannis plays. Giannis puts up a triple-double, 35, 15, and 11. Drew chips in with 15 and 5. 19 points from Grayson Allen. Now, this is interesting because Giannis is in the lineup and Grayson Allen starts because the Heat give up a ton of production from the 3, right? We know this. So it's not a coincidence that Grayson Allen is healthy and he plays. He starts this game and Giannis is back, and it just opens up shots, right? For the shooters. So Chris Middleton is also in play if he plays this game tomorrow. Middleton and Grayson Allen over 3-point props. I don't think Giannis plays tomorrow, but still, hopefully this game stays a bit more competitive than those first 2 games they play without Giannis. And then on the other side, Hero puts up 24. Bam with another double-double. Butler with 32 points. 17 for Caleb Martin. Gabe Vincent. This game he didn't do as much. So on this side, on this game, I got to be honest with you. I don't really find a lot of value. I hate picking Heat players unless someone's hurt. It's just hard to target where that production is going to come from every game. But if we got no Giannis tomorrow, then obviously you look at your usual suspects: Drew Holiday, Brook Lopez, Grayson Allen, Chris Middleton. Those are some props we can look at for those players. All right, let's talk about Brooklyn and Chicago now. Okay, so these teams have met 3 times this season. I'm going to let you know right now, these first 2 games are irrelevant because so much has changed, right? There's no Durant, there's no Irving. They played in those games, so they at least played in the first game. Let's look at this last meeting between the 2 where Chicago kind of stole this from, Brooklyn kind of stole this from Chicago, I should say. Zach LaVine goes off for 38. Big double-double from Vooch. So-so game from DeRozan. Bench is, whatever for Chicago. LaVine and Vooch. Those are your two horses on Chicago. On Brooklyn's side, now Dinwiddie's now on this team. Dorian Finney-Smith. So all these guys that you see here are still with the Nets. However, who's not on this page right now is Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. So the trade was made already, but those guys had not been. Well, I don't know if the trade was made already, but those guys were not yet in Brooklyn. They were clearing waivers and all that stuff. So much different team now in Brooklyn. But I think we can look at Dinwiddie. I think we can look at Cam Thomas. It's harder now in Brooklyn because you have so many guys that can score. And you saw what happened to Dinwiddie last game. He kind of got phased out. I don't know what that was about. But boy, his PRA was so low, or fantasy point was so low, and he didn't come close to hitting that, man. It was like the Mikal Bridges show. So if it's going to be one of these teams where like anybody can step up on any given night, I'm going to take a hard no on all these people because it's just going to be too difficult, to figure out who's gonna score on what night. I don't want to play that roulette game with the Brooklyn Nets. So might be just looking at some Chicago Bulls in this game, to be honest with you. They're the more clear, options. Like we know where that production is gonna come from in Chicago versus the Brooklyn Nets. But unless we get some really low lines here, like even money on Mikal Bridges, this could get bumped up. 13 points for Cam Johnson. Is that too low? That might be too low. Nick Claxton, even money on his points here. When we target Nick Claxton, we like to target his fantasy points. But even his PRA has been down. Blocks and steals for Nick Claxton slightly down. Yeah, so just not a lot popping off for the Brooklyn Nets, unfortunately. They're a lot more fun to watch now, but boy, it sure is difficult to figure out who's gonna like go off on any given night. So we should have some options definitely for sure from the Brooklyn Nets side. So far, we're getting some more players on the board. We got the Heat, Bucks. We talked about them really looking to target more Bucks than I am Heat. Tyler Hero could be interesting though, over on his points. But all that to come in the final look video where we'll start like narrowing it down and making our final choices for our power plays and our 5 and 6 pick flex. Also, remember, Friday is Flex Friday, so you get that protected play up to $20. So we're going to work on putting some 5 and 6 pick flexes together in the final look video and see if we can get in the green tomorrow. See each other in the winner's circle. So that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's early look and research video into tomorrow's 8-game slate in the NBA. Drop me a comment below letting me know what player props you have your eyes on. Obviously, not a whole lot to look at on a board, but knowing what the games are tomorrow, who are you looking for tomorrow? Who are you hoping to get some value on in terms of player props? Let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know what you think about this super early look into the slate, these observations, and do you like digging into these games, these past games, these game logs? Do you like digging into these box scores, during the early look video? Let me know if you want to keep seeing that moving forward. I think it's pretty fun, but you let me know in the comments below, if that's good for you. And as always, truly appreciate you just chilling out with me, talking some NBA props over on Prizepicks, StatMuse, and Props.cash. And truly appreciate all the support, the comments, the likes, the subs. Really means a lot in helping this little channel grow a bit bigger every single day. Thank you once again. And until tomorrow's final look video for the 8-game slate in the NBA, Chavez is out.